All right, welcome to the Open Bill Podcast, the Lake Ave Radio Show, and the Streets Undefeated Podcast. Today we have a special guest, and I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
Good evening, good afternoon. My name is John Hsu. I am a local community activist, human rights, labor rights, environmental rights. I was a former Bernie Sanders delegate, just been involved in a lot of activism and political activity for the last couple of years. And yeah, happy to be here. Thank you.
All right, so let's talk about the position you was running for.
Yeah.
Now, how did you get involved in politics and stuff like that?
Okay, that was a couple of years ago. I wanted to get involved with environmental issues, very concerned about that, climate change, that's that type of thing. I went to a meeting and I learned the best way to get involved is through your local Democratic Party. And they have these committees in every town. In Neptune, there'll be about 30 districts.
Okay.
2 Democratic committee members per district, so that'll be 60 people, and they're actually the kind of the building blocks of the party. So when you talk about the party, I'm a person who's not necessarily always been in lockstep with party leadership.
Okay.
And a great way to change that is actually to be in the ground, at the ground, build it from the ground up,
Right.
to join the party as
Okay.
a local member.
So, are your views this is more Democratic left or socialist?
Oh, I don't love labels.
Okay.
I would say it's somewhere partly in between.
Okay.
Between those two
Okay.
labels, based on what most people
Yeah.
consider those labels. I'm anti-imperialist, anti-war. I'm for the people. I believe in collective ownership of certain things. I do support more collective ownership of businesses, the large businesses. There's models of that throughout the world. I think that's possible. Things like healthcare, I think that should be universal. Everyone should be covered. I support universal healthcare. Obviously, I was a Bernie Sanders delegate, so I'm for Medicare for all. I think there's other things. I think transportation. I think trains. I think that should be actually free because we want to, have a world where people use less cars. We have young people who needs to go to internships, and they have to pay their own way, and they're losing money going to internship. So things like that. So I think we want to push the public good.
Yeah, that's with the train, with the transportation. I feel with transportation, it should definitely be free for minors
Mm-hmm.
and maybe people that really can't afford, because they get on the train and the bus every day just to go to work.
No.
And some kids got to take public transportation to school. That runs deep in the parents' pockets. So it definitely should be some type of maybe meet in the middle. Maybe not everybody, because
Yeah.
if you're wealthy or if you can afford it, then but it should definitely be because it's crazy. You might have a parent with 2, 3, 4 kids, and they gotta take public transportation every day. And if they get on the train, that's triple the amount of the bus. So that is crazy and it's hard.
Expensive, but I'm gonna say something about that. I think when you have universal benefits, I think there is a feeling of collective ownership.
Okay.
And if you have tiers, that is when these public services get attacked and defunded.
Okay.
So I want it to be for everyone.
So you saying it's better to be universal for everyone.
Universal.
So you don't have rich playing. Oh, we paying this, and
you don't want that division, right?
Yeah.
It's actually a division between a tier, different tiers.
Yeah.
Right. So let's talk about the Affordable Care Act.
Okay.
Right. How's it being attacked right now? The subsidies are being cut. So but for some people who don't qualify for the subsidies, they might be okay with that.
Yeah, they don't care about it. They don't care about it.
Right. That's why a universal program is always better. Everyone is in the same pot. Everyone is in it together. Actually, people in Congress, they get like a gold plate healthcare.
I bet they do.
So they should actually be in the same system as the rest of the country. Everyone should be in the same system.
You're right. I never looked at it like that. You're right. Like everybody, there won't be no division.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's good. And what are your thoughts on all these $1 billion being spent on the Iran war, the genocide in Palestine, and all the money they give Ukraine, billions of dollars? Like, couldn't that go towards like universal health care, better education, free college?
Yeah, definitely. All right, so there's a couple of things I'll say about that. There's always money for war.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter the deficit. So they can always figure it out if they want to. However, you don't want to just spend money willy-nilly. But yeah, so that's why I ran actually 2 years ago. It's because of the genocide in Gaza, and obviously there's a moral issue about that. Using our money to commit these war crimes. That I was totally against that, and I've gone to be really close with a lot of community members who that is a major issue for.
Okay.
And the second thing is obviously that money can be used for healthcare, for everything that we need back at home. So the question is, how come there's always money for war? And but now we need healthcare. We don't have money for healthcare. So why does that always happen?
Yeah, and that don't really add up. Like,
It doesn't add up.
You send all this money to other countries, and then I was reading something where they said like the Ukraine government is still one of the most corrupt governments. So like with that money being put in the hands of other countries, and you know they corrupt. Like it was even a case where they said like weapons was being found in other countries that was given to Ukraine. So like right there, those should be red flags. Like
should be, yeah. So Ukraine, obviously a lot of people feel strongly about it to go against Russia because of Russia's aggression. Unfortunately, in my view, the U.S. used the Ukraine war as a proxy war against Russia.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of talk about that. Some people might not agree. If you read up on it, you might change your mind. But look into that. But in the beginning, there was a chance to avoid the war and have some negotiations. And I'm always for peace. That's the thing. Most people are actually. So I think Boris Nelson, not Boris Nelson, but Boris something. He was the former prime minister in England. He went there to derail the peace talks. So that's what happened there, because the West wanted this war with Russia, and obviously the military contractors, they want the war. Just a lot of money interest that.
Yeah, but I say a lot of people want to make money, making money. The people who sell the weapons, make the weapons, distribute and make it. Like it's a long chain.
Yeah.
And but I see like you really for the people, because I see like you were supporting when the nurses went on strike, when the still people when you was on the picking line, the still workers, and you did something good for actually New Jersey with dismantling them wanting to set up a data center. Because I see with the data center, I see like people water go up, electric go up, and there's a lot of other issues. You can talk about that if you want to.
Sure. So AI data centers, there's actually a whole lot of issues with AI data centers. Number one, it's actually the main driver of our electricity prices. Right now, AI data centers use about 6% of the electricity in New Jersey already.
Okay.
And it's going to project it to go up to, I think, 10 or 11% in the next 2 or 3 years.
Wow, that's a lot.
Right. And That's the main driver. So basically, every year there's an auction for electricity.
Okay.
Right. It's with the this regional electricity authority, and it goes all the way down to Virginia, it goes to Ohio, and everyone's auctioning the cost of electricity. The tech companies, since they they have a lot of say, they're a little they're buying in bulk. They've gotten a big discount on electricity, and that pushes the prices onto us. There's also there's two drivers of electricity prices: there's delivery and production, and when you build new power plants, that gets added into electricity bills as well.
And I heard it might be like some type of health issue. Is it something like, I mean, I've seen something where people ain't wanting in their neighborhood. They were saying something because of a health issue. I guess I don't know if it's, I don't know what they give off, but is it radiation? I don't know, but it was people complaining.
Yeah, there affects the water in the town depending on how they use it. The cheapest way for the data centers to cool themselves is to use the groundwater, because AI data centers are different than regular data centers.
Okay.
Like we've always had data centers for our phones, our pictures, social media. We've always had that. But AI data centers are different. They actually require more electricity, and their processing requirements are much higher. So they need more. Technically, they need more ways to keep themselves cool. So the cheapest way to do that is to use the groundwater, and a lot of times there's not enough regulation, or they deny what's happening. They'll pollute the water. They'll be not drinkable. Like it'll be soot, depending on like which AI data center it is. So that's a big quality of life issue, not having quality water because of a data center.
And about the nurses strike, I see you were supporting them, and so like you really for the people. Like I read the things that you be doing. You be on the front line. You know what I'm saying? You socialize with people in the community. How do you feel about AI taking all these jobs? Like,
yeah,
I just recently seen where I think it was Microsoft laying off 5,000 people.
Yeah.
And they're gonna be replaced by AI. And you also have AI now that's starting to drive like 18 wheelers and box trucks. Like, how do you feel about that? Graphic design, that basically is over.
Yeah. So definitely, if there's going to be a big societal shift, we need to be able to manage that. Right there was talk about universal income, basic income, right? And one reason for that was if AI is going to come take all the jobs. I'll just say that right now it does seem like AI is not fully capable of taking all the jobs, but AI is actually a convenient excuse to fire people and to have the people who remain at the jobs work even more. I mean, we've seen that playbook by corporations throughout the last couple of decades, right?
Less people had computers do the work, and the people that had get paid more money.
Yeah, and yeah, exactly. So it's more profit. Like I actually, sadly, I went to business school. I mean, it was a good education, but I went to business school for my MBA. The first thing they teach you is, your number one priority is to the shareholders, right? To make more money. And that's the first thing they teach you in business school. So this culture, this system that we have really does, disadvantage regular people.
Right. I was watching the news. That's getting like, I think 300,000 Haitians was being stripped of their working permits.
Temporary protective status, TPS.
So how do you feel about that?
Oh, I'm very upset. Yeah, very upset. There's so many layers to this issue because Haiti has a history of being completely oppressed. They were able to throw off slavery, the only country that's able to do that.
Yeah.
And then even after that happened,
they had to pay for their freedom. to France.
France came back with the ships,
Yeah.
and they forced them to pay them reparations.
Yeah.
Right. So, you know, a lot of people in the West like to blame countries for not being able to do well for themselves, with having a blind eye to Western influences to make those countries keep those countries poor. That's been the system of imperialism and
all over the world, right?
all over the world throughout history. That's just how the world works.
And for those who don't know, like
Yeah,
with Haitian workers, it's a lot of them in the health field, like
Yeah.
CNAs and nurses aides,
Yeah.
the home care. So like,
coming back to us, these are regular people, hardworking people contributing to society, and they're getting punished, right? Because probably racism. But we the U.S. Back to this present day, Haiti has been continue to be hurt by U.S. influence. They try to raise the minimum wage, things like that, and the U.S. helped block that.
yeah,
Things like that. So, and all the instability is likely caused by the U.S. The U.S. loves to keep countries unstable, and that allows them to exploit them for their natural resources and other resources.
exactly. So
So we should, because we're doing that, we should be welcoming these people who have come here as refugees from that situation.
So you did a lot of work with Bernie Sanders.
I did. I was a delegate for his 2020 race. I traveled to New Hampshire. I traveled to Iowa, which was really far away, really different part of the country. And I coordinated all the volunteers in Middlesex County and Monmouth County, all the people who phone banked. So did a lot during that campaign.
So a delegate, explain to people what a delegate is.
Yeah, so basically, people do not vote on the president directly. They vote for a delegate. So my name was on the ballot.
Okay.
You're not voting. I was under Bernie, but you don't vote for Bernie. You vote for me, and it's someone that the campaign puts in there.
Okay.
So it's someone they feel like they can trust, because the delegate goes to convention and then votes there. So technically, a delegate could go there and vote for someone else, not the person that chose them. But, obviously, I would have gone there and voted for Bernie.
And you ran for?
I ran for Congress.
Okay.
Yeah.
For district, was it District 6?
District 6, yes.
Okay. Now how was that experience?
Great experience. I love meeting people. I love talking to people about the issues going on. I ran because of what's happening in Gaza, the genocide in Gaza. That mattered to a lot of people in our community. I've been to all the mosques almost all the mosques in our district. Been very close with that community there, and they know it's a real big moral issue for them. But it's not just them. Like, we almost won Highland Park, right?
Okay.
And there's a perception that Highland Park is going to be very pro-Israel.
Okay.
But there are a lot of progressives there, but there's also a lot of Jewish people there who do not agree with what's happening in Highland Park. So it's never a monolith of people, right?
Yeah.
So some Jews are for Israel, and
then you got the ones Jews for Palestine that protest against the Zionists, basically.
Yes.
I was gonna say, so like District 6, is it Edison, Raritan, parts of Monmouth County?
Yes, it's actually includes New Brunswick,
Okay.
Edison, Woodbridge. It comes down to Asbury Park, Neptune, Bradley Beach.
And what exactly is the job like?
Of Congress?
Yeah, I mean, for the District 6, like what would you trying to get legislation passed or something like that?
There's a lot. There's things that affect the whole country.
Okay.
So obviously, universal healthcare would make a big push for that. It's going to take a lot of organizing. And for me, what that looks like is making sure every congressperson in New Jersey is on the Medicare for All bill.
Okay.
So I'm gonna, you can talk, you can try to play nice with leadership. That usually doesn't work, unfortunately. You know, I would say that the leadership is there to block progress. Actually, I mean, a big part of what they do is block progress.
And this is what I wanted to ask you. Do you think like a lot of Democrats was scared to speak out on the genocide in Gaza because they take money from AIPAC?
Oh yeah.
Because I know it's like they will speak out against Trump, they speak out about everybody else, but when it comes to speaking out about the genocide going on in Palestine, like they was quiet. I seen none of them want to really support the New York City mayor.
Yeah,
like it's crazy.
Well, that's the leadership. That's the leadership.
Okay.
But the people voted for the mayor.
Yeah. That's the thing. But like, if the people really came out and voted, like, we wouldn't have this problem because it's like anytime you're dealing with people that can be compromised, things shades you're throwing in people. They don't really speak up on the people's behalf.
I'll say the okay. I'm not a big believer. I'm not necessarily in politicians. I don't necessarily really trust politicians too very much. I would say even a lot of the like right now there's a internal battle like progressives and non-progressives. Even some of the progressive politicians, you have to keep an eye on them. You don't know how people are going to compromise when they get in office, and you don't know how people are, especially
until they expose their hand.
Yeah, there's that. I mean, sometimes you can, you get to know someone like pretty well, and then you can like trust them, and then you still have to see how they play their hand.
Well, dealing with politics, I would think is 10 times the regular relationship, right?
What do you mean 10 times?
10 times worse, like more stab back, cutthroat.
It's very cutthroat. The compromise could be as simple as wanting to get committee seats, right? When you get into Congress, you're trying to get into different committees, and different committees have more influence.
Is it a buddy your pal thing? Is who you know?
It's part of it is if they like you, if you are willing to compromise, right? There was kind of one famous video of AOC Alexander Ocasio-Cortez, like she was getting yelled at by Nancy Pelosi on the congressional floor on the Iron Dome vote, right? This was to vote whether to send money to Israel for the Iron Dome. Is their so-called their defensive arms, and we've kind of seen, like I like the way AOC started. She was trying to protest, and she was saying things like, if I was a one-term congressperson but I was able to make a difference, that's a win. But there's if you look at it more closely, there's been compromises like on her part, like saying at the DNC convention, saying that Biden and Harris were doing all they can, working night and day to end the genocide. That wasn't true, and that was, I think, a compromise on her part. And I'm going to say something positive about her is that even though she's kind of made those compromises, they still hate her. So it's actually a little bit strange, like for her to make a compromise. I feel like she should just lean into it. She tried to get on a very powerful committee, the Energy and Commerce Committee, and basically it's a long story, but they blocked her from getting on. Usually it's a shoo-in, someone from New York always gets on the committee, but they used one of the worst Congress people to say, "Oh, I object to this. We should have a vote."
Not to cut you off on that.
Yeah.
I got a real serious question.
Yeah. No, that's fine.
Is New York City running Asbury Park?
Is it running?
Is New York City politicians really in charge of Asbury Park, making decisions?
Oh no. I'm just we're just talking about how politicians are compromised and or the compromises they make. I'd say.
So do you feel like every politician might have to be a little compromised to get certain things passed through?
Compromise, like, explain, like,
Yeah.
Like you got no,
taking money.
Nah, I'm not talking about that.
Is that a lot of it? It's a lot of that going on.
I'm not necessarily talking about that. I mean that could happen.
I'm talking about like you have to give a little, take a little. Like we're not gonna agree on everything, but if you agree this getting passed through, then we agree this to get passed through. Like a little compromise. You know what I'm saying? Give and take to get something that you want.
I mean, is that what happened to Asbury Park? Is that what's going on?
Oh, let's talk about it.
Yeah. Because the Israel and all that, I really don't want to go overseas now. I want to get to the community. So I want to talk about the taxpayer dollars. Where's all the money going? Well, my son can't even go up the street and go to recreation because they done shut it down and build something else.
Yeah.
All the historical spots that's being taken away.
Yeah.
For you being running for Congress and all that, what are some of the things that you're trying to do, to bring that community aspects back to Asbury Park?
Yeah. I think if you have a congressperson that's really involved, that cares about the community, I think, and who's an organizer, I think they can come in and rally the people. I would like to see that to help, save historical sites, to save funding, or to even bring attention to it and bring in more funding, making that a priority. So that's the organizing aspect of things. You can try to look into grants, that sort of thing as well. That's some of the more technical work. Like that's your office has to do the research, has to make that a priority in order to make that happen.
The situation where residents have been living there for 30, 40 years, and now their mortgage so high, they feel like they're being forced out the city. Do you think it's going to get worse, or they're going to try to work out something where people can save their, houses that their grandparents had? Do you feel it's going to get worse, or is anybody trying to work on that to better that situation?
Yeah, that's tough. And we're talking about the property taxes going up. Yeah. That's really hard. These budgets are these local municipal budgets are hard to maintain. Because
it seems like, not to cut you off, it seems like the east side of Asbury Park, everything is getting taken care of. But when you look at the west side, it's like it's tarnishing.
Yeah. Okay, I'll point to one thing. And I don't know the specifics on the east side, but a lot of times developers, they get a big tax break, and they're called pilots, and that is payment in lieu of taxes. So you either get a lump sum up front or discount over time, but developers, they whatever they do, they snooze the planning board, the council, and they're able to get these tax breaks, which that means less money for the school district, and that means everyone in the town has to pay a little bit more to pay for the school district.
They said something about that up at the beach, right? That development up there, they said they just,
They might have, I don't know.
the
I'm talking about the
developers,
casino.
yeah, that the developers are just holding off, like they're not really fixing it up, and they're just waiting.
That's another, there's other tricks developers can do too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now you travel from.
Well, yeah.
Go ahead.
Let me do one more. Yeah, let me talk one more about pilots.
Go
Like,
ahead.
everyone knows the Kushners.
Yeah.
They fired me.
Let's talk.
Go ahead. They fired me 3 months ago. Go ahead though.
Oh wow.
Yeah. You just brought back the news.
Oh man, I did not know.
Yeah,
Yeah, so my fault. Yeah.
Go ahead. Nah, you good. Go ahead, bro.
No, do you think the Kushners see pilots? No, they're getting pilots in Long Branch, and they're getting pilots in Perth Amboy now too.
Oh, wow.
Okay, what is a pilot?
It's a payment in lieu of taxes. So
A payment in lieu of taxes. Okay.
so it's you don't get assessed for taxes at the normal rate. You get this. It's a discount. So either you pay up front.
The people with the most money too.
No, let them finish.
The people with the most, yes, exactly. The people with the most money. We're always subsidizing the rich.
Yeah.
That's a common theme throughout our society. So these developers, like Kushner, is getting a huge tax break in Perth Amboy to develop the waterfront, right? And the community came out. They tried to stop it. The council just voted for it without listening. The Historical Society, they try to save it. They try to delay it, just not even delay it. They try to they want us to search the grounds, because actually Thomas Mundy, do you know who that is?
No.
Thomas Mundy is the first Black person who voted in the U.S. He's from Perth Amboy.
What?
Wow.
He's still alive? Wow.
No, he's not. He's not.
I was about to say.
They said the first black that
I
voted.
was trying to say he's
This is
still
the
alive. That's
1800s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, finish.
Yeah, but his house is there. They tried to have the council just delay it so they can search the grounds in case there are any artifacts. And the Kushner said no.
Wow.
They threw that money somewhere.
Yeah, so there's developers have this.
Yeah.
It's like at the national level, there's military industrial complex, health industry, pharmacy. At the local level, it's the developers. They're the corporate interests that are making things not so great for everyone.
Where is the revenue going in, as far as where's the revenue coming from and going out, as far as the taxpayers, the residents in Asbury Park?
I have to do analysis of that. I have some radical ideas, I suppose, but right. So the one thing I talked about was the tax breaks, right? You really don't need to be giving tax breaks to developers.
You definitely don't.
There's another thing that a lot of municipalities have brought up is the increase in healthcare costs. You're going to hear them talk about that because of their community members. That's actually another talking point for universal healthcare, that local municipalities would not have to pay for the healthcare for all their employees. That would reduce their local budgets by 20 to 30%. Huge part of the budget. Another thing is, this is a little bit more controversial, is the salaries of police and the police budget, and that's really high. We're kind of, and I know a lot of communities don't necessarily want to cut police budget. I would like to see a world where we actually did not need to have that police budget. Like, if everyone has healthcare, actually crime goes down, right?
Yeah.
If we actually gave everyone a universal basic income, actually crime would go down as well, and everyone would be better off, and we would actually need less policing. So
Yeah. So
go ahead.
Explain, why do you think that?
Which one?
The crime will go down if you gave people that universal health care.
I mean, I would say I would say that's a big driver. I mean, poverty is a big driver of crime.
Yeah, you're right.
Mental health.
I think the job situation is more 75% of the reason why crime is going on, because if a man can't work, he gonna do whatever he gotta do to get money.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Do you know? I'm about to say, do you know how expensive like medicine for diabetes and other like it's crazy.
Yeah.
I remember one time I went to CVS with my mom, so she's diabetic, and the medicine like the insurance ain't covered for it at that time, and that shit was like $400, $600, like yeah, that's crazy, like.
It's great. She had healthcare.
Huh?
She had healthcare.
Yeah.
I sat in the hallway. They said 1,800. I was like, and they sat me in the hallway and gave me like a.
So Medicare right now, they don't negotiate drug prices, and they really there was a bill recently that I think 10 drugs would be allowed to be negotiated in a couple of years.
And it's crazy because like you had people going to Mexico getting the drugs cheaper, or Canada, like, and we here right in the U.S. like.
Yeah. The U.S. is like the leading country. The U.S. is the leading country in corporate power, I would say. They have there's a corporate stranglehold here.
Do you agree on taxing the rich?
Oh yeah,
that's what you're saying. Yeah.
That's obvious. Yeah.
What's your nationality?
Taiwanese.
Yeah, that's good. That's
Taiwanese.
That's good.
Taiwanese.
What is it?
You know Taiwan?
Taiwanese. Okay, I understand. I thought, okay, yeah, all right. So do you come across a lot of racism?
I have, yeah.
In your field, you have.
In my field?
Yeah. As far as Congress and
everything.
Or they won't,
growing up, I got more. Every once in a while, I still get a little bit. There's perception of Asians, that type of thing.
In your field.
Yeah, but I got yelled at. Like I got told to go back to my own country before, just a couple of years ago, in a political context.
So, oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I mean, it happens, but it's
very rare.
Yeah.
And you said something about Nancy Pelosi. What's your view on her?
I would say it's interesting. There's a video of her when she was like 30s or 40s, like really pushing for universal health care. And then down the road, you don't see that anymore. And she was able to garner a lot of fear and respect in congressional members. I've seen that firsthand, and it's because of the money that she's able to raise. So it's a lot of corporate money, and then there's also ending congressional stock trading.
I'm about to say the same thing, inside trading tips. So I mean,
she's worth about 120 million or so. Yeah, her and her husband. And there's a Twitter that follows her trades. And so people follow her trades because they see like where she's going, and it's not good. I think and then that goes back to like how do you trust a politician? Like a lot of people respected her over the years, and it is a little weird. Like you really should not be worshiping politicians.
Right.
Like you have to be objective and see like, oh, okay, well this is what she's doing here is not good, right? And maybe she's done some good over the years, but we can't turn a blind eye on them.
You think they're worshiping this guy?
Sorry?
You think they're worshiping this guy? Yeah. You ain't gotta say his name.
Who, Trump?
Do they worship? Like, do people worship him? I think some people do.
I think they scared though.
It just seems like
there's like a psychological thing. They're like conservative men like to be submissive.
it's like as a popularity, like it's like a bunch of kids.
Yeah.
They want to follow popular kids, whatever they say.
You remember? Are you old enough, Mayor Koch?
Oh, I remember, but I don't know too much.
Now they said Fred Trump. You were saying about developers. years ago, they had a big hotel in Manhattan, and they said they got a lot of tax breaks. I mean, for years, like a 40-year tax break, and they said Koch hated those guys.
Good.
Like his father said, he didn't like his father.
You know who else gets a tax break? Jim Dolan, MSG, no property taxes.
Wow.
MSG is a developer.
Master Square Garden.
The rich guy.
Jim Dolan, yeah.
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 So this
I didn't even know they had their own stock.
this
MSG had their own
is the
stock.
rich. Yeah, this is just the rich.
Well, rich never pay their part when it comes to taxes.
So let me ask you this, right? From Asbury Park to New Brunswick,
Yeah.
you run up and down representing situations with community. If you could choose, let's say you had the chance to be mayor.
Oh, mayor.
In one of those areas, what area would you choose and why?
Well, I mean, since I live in Edison, it'd be probably Edison because I live there. Like, I'm familiar with the issues there.
Okay, and as far as issues, what would you work on making a change to better the city, the town?
Ooh, well, it's very interesting. We want to get an AI data center ban in Edison. I think that's gonna be happening. Been talking with the council people about it. You know, I mean, we could talk about. It's very interesting. There was this one mayor that was very involved with the Obama campaign, Jim Choi. He came in and he actually tried to reform the payment structure for the police there. Because the average
Trying to give them more money,
less money, or just to make it more fair. Because the average salary is 160,000 for a police officer in Edison, and they also their pensions is also like structured not in a great way, I think. So he tried to reform it a little bit, and they really just pushed him out. That's a big. It's a big like I talked about earlier. Like it's the police is a big part of the budget for municipalities. That's not talked about, and it's a lot of times it's even hidden in the budgets. It doesn't explicitly say that the money's for the police. So that, I mean, would I be able to reform that? I don't know, because that mayor got pushed out for that issue, right? And that would help reduce the tax burden.
What is it, since we from Asbury and up to what is the main problem, if you can say is a problem?
Yeah.
What is the main problem you see within those areas when it comes to the community?
Yeah, well, the developers not paying their fair share is probably an issue here, and all the services are getting cut. That's going to make things worse. There's certainly a divide between the west side and east side, right? And like, how do we address that? I think cost of living and people getting pushed out. That's
Gentrification is happening all over.
Gentrification. That's a big issue. We're getting squeezed from all sides. Go ahead.
And a lot of the rich people, they want that beachfront. They want to be close to the beach and public transportation.
Yeah.
What would you suggest the people as a group? What would you suggest the people do?
I hesitate to make this suggestion because I feel like I'm wondering if people are too disillusioned. But people have to. I hate saying it. People have to vote, but not just vote.
Locally, research. I mean,
it's vote locally at the municipal level. But they have to. It needs to be someone from the community who cares about the community and understands issues about the West Side, or not someone, a group of people, not just one person. Because I don't know if there's 5 or 7 people on the council, but people have to get on the council. This is where the things happen. This is where they approve these tax breaks for developers, right? the mayor and the council, they put people on the planning board and the zoning board. That's where these tax breaks are happening.
That's where that's where the local people in the community need to be involved, getting on the boards and stuff like that, instead of just not caring. They're like, a lot of people I notice, like, they just vote when it comes time for election day for president.
You can't do that. And not every Democrat is the same. There are Democrats who want to gentrify Asbury Park, probably, likely, very likely. I don't know any particular person, but that's probably the direction that they want to go. And I know there's infighting within the Democratic Party in Asbury Park right now.
Yeah, man, that is the direction. You can see it. That's the direction they want to go, because a lot of local people, like, especially a lot of young people, they don't really care. I mean, because I think they really don't really know what's going on. So
that's why I hesitate to bring it up, because look, I don't want to just say vote for the president, right? Yeah, that's not what we're talking about.
Right.
But even voting for the local, like, people, like, how do we make people care, or how do we show that that's important? Right? I don't know. Yeah,
that's why
I have to ask community members themselves what they think.
That's why I think it's good for, like, the community to have, like, a grassroots movement, like educating young people on voting locally in their community, getting involved, in their community affairs, let them know what's going on, what politician voted for this or didn't vote for this and pass this through. I mean, because, like, a lot of the young people, like, I mean, a lot of them is lost when it comes to, like, knowing what's going on as far as gentrification and what the mayor views is, or what the mayor did or didn't do, or councilmen did or didn't do, like, even the board of education, like.
Do you think it's worth going to the council meetings?
It's worth it. It's worth it.
Yeah, to do research.
It's worth it. What do you mean by research?
I'm saying on, like, different stuff that they do, like.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So you can find out what's happening. You can go and try to make your voice heard publicly, and
like Nurse Nance.
For some issues, it's gonna take a certain amount of public pressure for them not to do something that the public disagrees with.
Okay.
And it depends on that issue too. So every situation is a little bit different.
Did you see the situations about the flags on the property up there, Pear Village?
Oh yeah. Right.
Did you see that? What do you think? What's your views on that?
Yeah, no, we shouldn't have the Israeli flags there.
Yeah, like 6 flags. And then they stay in Lakewood, and it just comes.
Well, I guess, like, people with money, they own a property, so I guess.
Well, it's very interesting, because it's almost like public-private partnership there.
Is it private? Pear Village? It is private. Right?
They'll say it's private, and then they'll say, oh no, they'll go back and forth. Like, there's public money, a lot of public money supporting it.
Yeah, because they said they got police working, and it's a private.
A lot of residents moved out of it. I just seen it.
Oh, really good. Yeah.
Well, when I canvassed there, that was a big issue. It was a big issue, and it's funny. Actually, one of the local people, they said, we had the numbers. We could have voted, the council people out, but they just didn't come out to vote.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. Like, we always got the numbers.
They got the numbers.
We gotta make it fun.
Fun, yes.
Gotta make it a community thing. You know what? A lot of black people, we've been crossed so many times. People get in position, they'll do what they're supposed to do. So we like, man, fuck it. Man, why vote for it? It's not gonna change. So people got that mind state. I think these people that's running for these positions, they need to be in tune with the community and actually show and prove.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to say. Like,
I mean, don't just talk, show and prove.
That's what I'm about to say. Like, you gotta with anybody, you gotta do the research on what they're doing or what they did. Like, you can't just vote for a person because they the same skin complexion. You got, because I mean, sometimes they be more corrupt. Yeah,
you get a Big Mac fry. There's a great person, or they do a dance move. Cool, now, you know what I mean? But I want to ask you. I want to real quick get to know John Hsu, right?
Yeah, John Hsu.
Hsu. You said you was born where?
In Taiwan.
In Taiwan.
Yeah.
How was it coming up in Taiwan?
I moved here when I was 4, so I didn't remember too much.
Okay.
But I've gone back a good number of times. I really like it there. Good food, really friendly people, very welcoming people compared to other countries. Very open-minded, more open-minded than other countries.
Was you when you came here as a youngin? How was it going to school? Was it hard for you?
It was hard learning the language and assimilating. Yeah, but yeah, you go through those things.
As far as comparing Taiwan to America,
yeah.
What traditional, codes y'all live by that you think it will help America as a society?
There's one interesting thing in Taiwan is like the school children will clean up the classrooms themselves. It's actually, and they actually build that from the Japanese culture, even though it's kind of not great because Japan occupied Taiwan for a little bit, but they did leave a impression on Taiwan. Like there's some aspects of Japanese culture that are okay, where like you learn to care about your own space and learn about having a good routine, and just the mental health that provides for people.
That's all right. Yeah, he cool, right? Yeah. I told you he was cool, man.
So you know about grants and getting grants and stuff like that?
That would have to be a big priority for us, because, there was this one senior center in our district. They lost a grant and they asked us for help, and we did the research and found the grant for them. So I think I said earlier, things like that, the leader has to make it a priority, and then the team has to put in the work to do the research and find those type of grants. Okay. Yeah, I think that's that's been on my mind quite a lot because we're not always, just the way our system is, we kind of have to scrape for money, for money.
Because the money's there.
You get to find the money.
It's there, yeah. You just got to find it. That's what I'm saying about the West Side. They got so much, yeah.
They got the money.
The money is.
They got money.
The money's there, but I think that would help the West Side if they got grants. Well, but they say people are being greedy, and some people are getting grants and they're not taking care of what they're supposed to. So we don't know.
Yeah. But you know what I'm about to say? Like that's like with Asbury. This was years back. A few years back, or more than a few, where they were trying to make Asbury into like wards. I think like the ward, like 3 wards or something. And cause they said if Asbury was, if they had wards, they said the money wouldn't just be going to the east side; it would be spread it out more.
Well, I think wards would help.
Think so?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think so too.
Probably. South Amboy has 3 wards. It's Asbury's small.
And the thing about that, like, I think it would have been good because they said the money wouldn't have just been focused on the east side, but the people ain't come out and vote.
I think it's a good idea. It's it's not going to solve your problem automatically.
Yeah.
Right. Like you have to keep an eye on the politician, whoever it is. So if you have wards, you have a council, like a council person
each ward, right?
That represents each ward, and they get voted on by the members of that ward, only that ward.
Yeah.
But yeah, if it's still like any other situation, you might not get the best representatives, especially people not paying attention or.
So what you deal with, just Middlesex County or?
I do Middlesex and Monmouth.
Middlesex and Monmouth.
So if we let's say like we wanted to, see about a grant because we want to make this thing bigger so we can deal with the youth. We can have more going on. Will we contact you after this?
You can.
And,
yeah. We
No, go ahead.
we have some team members that enjoy doing these things.
What are we gonna see in the near future from you? What do you got planned on?
Yeah, well, we're doing the AI data center bands. I'm doing a lot of work in Keyport right now because there's a potential cancer cluster there. There's a toxic. And we learned not to call it a landfill. It's an unlined toxic dump, toxic pit.
That's that smell.
I was about to say that smell like when you be riding past.
That should been there for years.
Yeah. So I mean, it was capped and it's been damaged, and people. What happened was someone started mapping out all the cancer cases in the area, and they counted over 400, and there's likely more. It's very hard to link cancer cases to a specific cause.
So they're saying the fumes is giving people cancer over there?
It could be fumes, right? It could be the vapors that come in from the groundwater. It also, when it's also flooded, if you test the soil, you'll see like the arsenic and all the other things. And then like the animals are closer to the dirt and everything.
Yeah.
So a lot of animals get cancer.
And you said that's the AI, or is that from the AI center or no?
No, that's the toxic dump. And it's interesting. So right now we're having a scientist come in, and he's does this type of work, and he's taking samples from people's private homes. The DEP, NJDEP, is not doing that. And he was a whistleblower in East Palestine when there was a train derailment, and the EPA was saying no, everything's fine, but then he did the testing and it was not fine. Like there was it was a chemical spill and explosions and everything, and it was really affecting people.
Wow. That's too close to home, bro.
So I wanted to ask, what can we do right here to help you?
Oh, tell me. Oh,
help your campaign, whatever we do.
This is great.
Yeah. The Lake Ave Radio Show.
That's
the
it.
Overville Podcast. This is why it's all they need right here. This is soldier lady. I got a question for you. Since you deal with politics.
Yeah.
The rumor, I think is in fact now. The Israeli military combined with American military.
Yeah, no, we've been doing a lot of work on that. We've been doing a lot of work on that. So it's not passed yet.
Oh,
it likelihood 60-70%. But they try to basically it's the NDAA, the National Defense Authorization Act, which is the military budget every year. They put that in there. And then some Congress people are pretty good. They try to take that section out that has the integration. In the House, they wouldn't let them vote on it.
Let me ask you this.
Go ahead.
You don't have to answer this, but I really would like for you. What do that mean for a regular civilian? If this happened, what do that mean? What kind of power would the Israeli military have over the average, citizen in America?
Well, we talked about it before, that the money that's been going to Israel, that doesn't help the people back at home. So that's one aspect of it, because it's been so unpopular voting for military aid to Israel the last 2 years. They're trying to get around that. So this would help get around that. This includes research and development, AI development, some supply chain integration. It's basically more funding for genocide and war.
Would they be able to kick our doors in and drag us out?
I was going to say something. So there's AI data companies such as Palantir, right? If you haven't heard about Palantir, very important to know about this company.
Island, what is it?
Palantir.
I heard of that.
Palantir. So this is a company, an AI company that's integrating itself within the U.S. government, which is dangerous in itself. But they use AI to figure out which buildings to bomb, right, in Gaza, right? And they base on surveillance. It's mass surveillance and figure out
facial recognition and
your phone. They know who you are. They know like how many people are in the area. They know who's in that area. They're like, okay, this is our target. There's other people in the area. Okay, they're expendable. And then
no consideration.
So it actually puts the burden away from decision makers, and they say, oh, that's the AI, right? And then when we bombed Iran and bombed the school children, that was from AI.
Well,
another part of AI.
Trump said allegedly it was us, but we don't know because the kind of plane that did it is several countries that got it.
Okay.
He said, okay.
Finish what you were saying? You was breaking down?
Yeah, I was going to say, ICE uses AI as well to figure out what communities to go into.
Really?
Yes.
So
and then Flock, they're using AI, like they're going to use AI to figure out like, oh, no, this person is going from this area to this area. He might be the perpetrator. So that's reasonable cause, and we're going to search him, and they'll find him. They'll try to arrest him for something else.
Right.
Is it true that
I got 3 of those Flock cameras in my community?
Oh yeah, about to say,
what do you feel on the Flock camera?
all over the place.
Pose them, yeah. It's surveillance. So another thing I didn't get to bring up, I forgot to bring up, is AI data centers.
Mm-hmm.
A big part of that is going to be for surveillance.
Surveillance.
Yeah,
I figured that.
So the AI plants, that's what I call them. They taking all the water though.
Right.
So I mean, they taking what, 1 million gallons a day?
I don't know.
Water and electricity.
I feel like that's probably more.
In Arizona, what part? I think it was Arizona, New Mexico. It dried up a whole river.
Is that why Puerto Rico?
10 years with AI plants all over, we're not gonna have any water to drink.
Yeah, this is it's a tough situation. I think well, here's the thing, like they could cool down the AI data centers without using all the water, but it's more expensive to do that. So it's a profit thing.
So forget us. And the excuse will be, well, we need to watch people. We need this for your protection.
It's for your protection. And people were like, oh, China with their social credits, and their surveillance. But like one person made a funny point is like, yeah, but China uses that kind of to improve society, and in the U.S. it's going to be used for incarcerating
With China, look at this though. China AI centers is under the ocean, under the water, so it stay cool.
They're saying, you feel me? It's like, I'm not advocating for it, but like in China, like things are like a little bit more centrally planned, where like
it's more
they take into consideration
nature.
They take into consideration was probably not always, right? But at least in this AI case, they take into consideration what's probably better for society as a whole, and that includes not using up all the water.
Anything you want to say to? Well, first of all, what can they follow you at? How can they, if they want to, they can contact you?
Yeah.
You got social media or?
Yeah.
People know.
It's our Instagram is a great way to contact us. John Hsu for Congress.
John, spell your last name.
HSU.
Okay. Instagram, Facebook.
Facebook, TikTok.
You got TikTok? You got Twitch? You got Kick?
No,
YouTube?
no Twitch, no Kick.
Okay.
We got YouTube.
And what can you say to, people out there, the person that never voted before, that's scared, that if he make that first vote, he's just gonna be cross. What can you say to, not cheer him up, but give him some kind of, hope that it is some good guys out there?
Well, I really think there is. I think you take, if you take the time and look at, interviews with the person, look at what their history is, and continue to scrutinize that, and like look at their actions and call them out. Don't be afraid to call them out when they do something that disappoints you. Politicians are not people to be worshipped. Politicians are not people to to enrich themselves or serve themselves. Look for someone who is willing to serve others and to put others' needs in the forefront. And people like that are out there. And if you don't know people like that out there, I mean, more people need to get involved. More people need to step up and run.
Right.
Yeah, it should come from the bottom up.
Now, can anybody run to be, let's say, mayor, or do you have to? Can you be an ex-criminal?
Oh,
Different states got different laws, right? Different states got different laws on it.
I think you can, but
I mean,
So you're running for Congress?
I did. I lost my election in June.
Hopefully,
so you're running again.
Next time around.
So this time, listen, you contact us. I'm telling you, contact us, and we're gonna get the campaign going.
We'll help you. Anything we can do.
Really appreciate that.
You seem like a good guy, man. I see you out in the streets, really trying to. I did my research.
Okay.
You're really trying to do work with the people, and that's a great thing, man. That's rare in the society we live in.
Thank you.
Where the people really touch ground with the people, man. That's something really special. I think you should keep that ingredient going on, and you're gonna be successful, man.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, you're gonna be.
Thank you, Reeve.
And we appreciate you for coming out. Now, Steve, you wanna the last. You wanna ask him something before we get out of here?
Saying, looking forward to see you run, and I hope this be a year. Well, when it's time to run again, it be a year, because you grassroots focused. You know what I'm saying? I see you for the people. You're not just talking the slick talk. You know what I'm saying? You're on the ground doing the work.
No slick talk here. Not good at that. In 2 years is the election. We're thinking about it.
All right. Okay. Good.
How about you, Star?
Yeah, I had missed a question that I had seen on the news earlier. No, you're good. Earlier that they said Iran, they should give the protesters the ammunition and give them the guns, and then they should do the fighting instead of us doing the fighting. Did you hear
the protesters? That? Yeah. Well, do you know what
You don't know.
You know that Iran was overthrown, I think, in the
late 70s, right?
Maybe 70s.
With the shot.
By the CIA.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So by U.S. interference. So, I think the numbers were exaggerated.
Mm-hmm.
And who knows if it's true or not, right? I saw like huge crowds of people after their leader was assassinated.
Mm-hmm.
So I think, that does happen. Like, people will rally around the government when they're getting attacked like that. Like if our leader was assassinated, right, people would rally.
Right. But the thing like that, whenever another country want to give another country the people out there weapons, there's going to be a disaster fee after it's all over. Just like Libya, they gave all these people weapons. And now look, Libya got basically two governments, and they going to war each other. They want to be in control, and like it's a total mess over there.
Yeah, same thing with Al Qaeda.
Same thing with Al Qaeda. Yeah. Same thing going on in Sudan. Like you get two fighting for power. Like
Do you think some are getting rich off this war?
Oh yeah. Well, do you know?
That's what my
I mean, one thing I was thinking about talking about is just like the Epstein class we haven't really got into. And,
talk about.
They're the ones that are getting rich, and you know, if we want to talk about like who's in power, like it's like these rich families, like the bankers, like the Rothschilds, and you know they create a world where conflict is profit.
Yeah, chaos is money.
And yeah, that's, I think, well, it is a little bit out there. This idea is a little bit out there, but this is kind of like what we're fighting against ultimately, I think.
Do you think we should be over there at all?
No.
Okay, that's
Yeah, like no other country in the world is going to try to occupy somebody's ocean and dictate what they're going to do.
They got a hold on them. So
you think it'll end anytime soon?
You got to work.
Is it going to end?
Do you think it'll end anytime soon?
It's, it keeps going back and forth. Like apparently we've used up a lot of our stockpiles.
Yeah.
And Trump is not a good planner. Like there's a reason like his casino went bankrupt.
Yeah.
Because he's not a good not a good administrator.
Yeah, because even after this, I mean, with all the bombing, all the money for the bombs, I mean, it's gonna be hard, right?
It's hard. They're
gonna have to build that back up. Yeah.
There's no plan. There's no.
It's like
no consideration for the future.
It's like he's playing a game called Battleship. Remember Battleship? It's like he's playing a live game, like with people's lives.
Yeah,
so, like,
people's lives. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was my question.
Well, thank you for coming through.
Yeah, my pleasure. This is fun.
Anytime you want to come, just let us know.
Okay.
You all just your
Perfect.
platform too, man. This is the
Perfect.
community.
I love it. I love it. No, I actually love being here, and I actually want to hear more from the community too, as well. I need to like understand what's happening. Yeah. Thank you.